Welcome everyone to the University of Puget Sound. This gorgeous, nationally ranked private liberal arts university is an incredibly special place whose good looks are just one facet of its charm. With 2,300 students from across the country and around the globe, this is truly a vibrant and beloved campus. Located here in Tacoma, Washington, nestled among the Cascade and Olympic mountain ranges, and surrounded by the beautiful waters of the Puget Sound, this university is like no other you've experienced. I'm your host, Alex Boylan, and we're gonna discover why Puget Sound is listed among the prestigious few colleges that change lives. I can tell you this community cares about making a difference. It's who they are. We're gonna hear stories from aspiring change makers and those who inspired them in the classroom and way beyond. So get ready to be wowed as we're Puget Sound bound. Welcome everyone to the University of Puget Sound. This is the College Tour. Of course, teaching and learning is what this place is all about. The faculty here like to say that education is not something you get, but something you do. And that's pretty obvious when 100% of students will complete an experiential learning opportunity. And Sophie is gonna share how learning here is an experience like none other. Sophie, it is all yours.
Hi, I never could have imagined the ways that Puget Sound would shape and change me. I also never planned to study politics until I took political theory with Dr. Elisa Kessel, and I was hooked. Puget Sound has shown me the ways to be engaged in politics and communities at large through research, volunteering, and the nonprofit sector. Puget Sound prepares students to be engaged citizens, problem solvers, and entrepreneurs. With more than 55 undergraduate and graduate programs, there are plenty of pathways to pursue your passion. And with an average class size of 17, this has really allowed me to connect and collaborate with my peers and professors. Experiential learning is at the heart of our curriculum here, and our programs are really extensive, so there truly is something for everybody. The perfect experiential learning program for me was the Summer Fellowship Internship, or SFI. SFI is a program that facilitates paid internships at 10 Tacoma-based nonprofits that are exclusively available to Puget Sound students. Paid internships in the nonprofit sector are extremely hard to come by, so I was thrilled to be funded by the university while working for United Way of Pierce County. At United Way, I was given the opportunity to work on the educational and summer learning programs. After my original internship end date neared, they asked me to stay on and join the advocacy committee. This past semester, I also had the opportunity to intern at a local law firm working in government affairs and sustainable urban planning. Here, I had the chance to attend hearings and write bill reports, all while earning class credit. When I was looking at schools, I had no idea what I wanted to learn or what opportunities were even available, but I always say that choosing Puget Sound gave me everything I never knew I always wanted. I'll be graduating this semester, but I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. That's my story. What's next, Alex?
Sophie, thank you for sharing your experience and for the work you are doing and aspire to. Making a difference is part of the culture here at Puget Sound, and you are really living it through your nonprofit work. Thanks again, Sophie, and we can't wait to see how you change the world. Okay, everyone, say hello to Hannah, a senior majoring in exercise science. Hannah is super involved, so she's got a real insider's perspective on the student experience. This is an engaged and happy campus. You can feel it in being here, and Hannah is gonna tell us why. Hannah, please take it away.
Thanks, Alex. Hey everyone, I'm Hannah. While I was exploring my options for universities, I knew that I wanted to move away from home, but also experience something different. And I really feel like I found that at Puget Sound because I absolutely love this school and also really feel like I found my people here. At Puget Sound, you truly get the residential liberal arts experience. About 70% of students live on campus, and we are expected to live on campus for the first 2 years. This has really helped me build my community and shape my experiences from day one. You won't just have a place to sleep and study here. With suite style and traditional dorms, craftsman houses, and Greek row, you'll for sure find a place to call home. The free parking and laundry don't hurt either, and one of the residence halls even has great mountain views. The food here is a huge part of the culture, and we're even ranked one of the most vegan-friendly universities. I'm a huge foodie, and if I didn't totally love the food, I honestly wouldn't be here. There are a ton of options, and for me, my favorite place is the Cellar. The milkshakes are next level, and it's one of my favorite late night hangout spots. There's a market and 3 cafes, which all have their own character, including this secret spot, Oppenheimer Cafe, which, if you know, you know. Of course, college is an amazing time. We have over 100 different clubs and organizations on campus, everything from recreational clubs to academic and student identity groups. The residential experience has made Puget Sound my home away from home. My time here has been truly unforgettable, and there's too much to even begin to give you the full picture. So you're gonna have to come and find out for yourself. Passing it back to you, Alex.
Hannah, thank you for welcoming us into your home. Your enthusiasm shines through. With so many opportunities to find and create your space, I can see why students here seem like this is exactly where they want to be. And I hear that Cellar is a wicked pizza place, so I'm definitely gonna have to grab a slice. Thanks for the rec. Take care. Okay, everyone, I don't even know that we can fully capture how mind-blowing the setting is here, but Cyrus is gonna give it the old college try. College absolutely is one of life's greatest adventures, but with the best of the Pacific Northwest outside your door, this place is next level. Cyrus, please show us.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, y'all. I love everything that I get to do here on campus, from working as a resident advisor to being a captain on the men's ultimate frisbee team. But off campus here is next level. This area is called Point Defiance, and it's just a few miles from campus. I love that I get to go to school here. When I was looking at schools, I knew that I wanted a smaller liberal arts school with a business program on the West Coast. So with that criteria, Puget Sound came up pretty quickly. And once I visited, I was hooked. There's no doubt that I've met some of my best friends here. And campus life is awesome, but one of our favorite things to do is get out and take advantage of the Pacific Northwest. Puget Sound Outdoors, or PSO, is a student-managed club that runs virtually all of our outdoor programming here. They do hiking trips to Mount Rainier, the Cascades, and the Olympics, as well as kayaking, climbing, and backpacking trips. PSO also runs an outdoor leadership experience course where you can get Wilderness Advanced First Aid certified. PSO also runs the bike shop and the expeditionary, where you can rent gear, get discounted lift tickets, or get a shuttle to some amazing skiing. And of course, the school is just a few minutes from the water that we're named after. So whether your thing is getting out in the mountains, being immersed in nature, or being out on the water, there's something here for everyone. And for days you can't get off campus, we have an awesome indoor climbing gym, as well as incredible mountain views. That's all I got today, Alex. I'm headed back out to the trails. Thank you.
Cyrus, I'm heading out to meet you on those trails as soon as I'm done here. It's so awesome that Puget Sound has so many resources to help students get out there and explore. Thanks again, Cyrus. Now we're going to the Heights with Dr. LaToya Brackett. Dr. Brackett is going to explain what To the Heights means and how the community here aspires to live it in every aspect of the Puget Sound experience. Dr. Brackett, over to you.
Thanks for that introduction, Alex. Greetings, everyone. I joined the faculty here at Puget Sound because students come first for me. Puget Sound's guiding motto is To the Heights, which is a call to action for us to be better than we were before and to reach beyond our expectations. As an assistant professor of African American Studies, I have the privilege of witnessing many moments of clarity for my students. Many students find that their academics here interact with the social justice narratives that impact their everyday lives. Here at Puget Sound, students don't simply learn how to make a change, they lead it. Like several of our students in the summer of 2020 who led the largest Black Lives Matter march here in Tacoma. Watching my students was one of the best moments as a professor and as a member of the leadership team for the Race and Pedagogy Institute. As injustices continue, we must ask ourselves, how do we best prepare our students to lead? Here at Puget Sound, we answer that question each and every day. At the Race and Pedagogy Institute, a one-of-a-kind community-engaged entity working to end racism, and through programs like FEPS, the Freedom Education Project Puget Sound, which helps provide educational opportunities for incarcerated women here in Washington. Puget Sound offers bachelor's degrees in critically engaged disciplines like African American Studies, where I teach, and Gender and Queer Studies, and in environmental policy and decision-making, to name a few. With opportunities like the Summer Fellowship Internship, where Puget Sound funds students interested in working with local nonprofits, and with an institute that hosts a conference every 4 years dedicated to race and education, you will not be left behind in a changing world. With us, you will be the change maker. Each semester, I get to launch a new set of students into a curriculum that shows them that the process is the product. And each spring, I get to cheer some of them on as they graduate. And I get to witness the beginnings of their greatness beyond Puget Sound. And yet, another change begins. Back to you, Alex.
Dr. Brackett, that was inspiring. We should definitely all try to live to the heights. You and Puget Sound students are doing so much important work. Thank you. Next is Kalina. She is tearing it up on the soccer field and in the classroom as a double major in African American Studies and Politics and Government with a political theory concentration. 50% of Puget Sound students participate in NCAA, club, or intramural sports, and Kalina is going to tell us what putting on the Logger uniform is all about. Kalina, passing it to you.
Thanks for that introduction, Alex. It was a goal of mine to play soccer at the collegiate level close to home. After my visit, I immediately loved the campus and felt confident this program was right for me. And knowing that Puget Sound is a top performer with many conference titles and national tournament appearances was definitely a game changer. Part of competing at the collegiate level is staying in shape year-round. And this is just one of Puget Sound's top-tier athletics facilities. We recently renovated the fitness center, aquatic center, and more, so I have everything I need to remain fit for competition. And of course, these facilities aren't just for athletes, but for all members of our campus. Being an athlete has also meant learning how to lead off the field. Some of my peers and I co-founded the Association of Student Athletes of Color, an organization aimed at supporting and retaining student athletes of color at Puget Sound. It's been a space for us to share our experiences, learn about the history of athletes of color as activists, and we've even been a part of diversity and inclusion initiatives with both the NCAA and our athletics community. We envision our club growing as more student athletes of color come to Puget Sound and join a space made for them by students like them. Puget Sound is the largest program in the Northwest Conference with 23 teams, and 20% of students here are varsity athletes. But athletics extends beyond NCAA sports. We have clubs from rugby to pickleball, and any student can organize an intramural team. With other facilities like a climbing wall and a tennis pavilion, there's truly a place for anyone to stay active while attending Puget Sound. Through athletics, I've discovered I want my future to be centered around social justice, and it has given me the opportunity to grow as a player, person, and leader on the women's soccer team and in my community. Well, that's my story. Kicking it back to you, Alex.
Nice, Kalina. Kalina, thank you. That was fantastic. Hearing about how athletics has shaped you as a player and a professional striving for social justice is remarkable. Thank you so much for sharing that, and go Loggers. Let's meet Lauren. She is doing work in the field of microbiology, even though she's just starting her senior year. Lauren is majoring in molecular and cellular biology with a minor in sociology and anthropology. So she is the perfect person to tell us about the unparalleled opportunities in the sciences at Puget Sound, where 1/3 of the students here are STEM majors. Lauren?
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. I always knew I wanted to study biology, but when I visited Puget Sound, I was blown away by the resources and the facilities, like the OT-PT clinic and the cadaver lab. About 10 minutes into my tour, I looked at my mom and said, "This is my new home." Coming in, I knew I wanted to conduct research as a freshman, which is one of the distinct features of sciences at Puget Sound. During my first semester seminar, I met Professor Martin, who saw potential in me as a scientist and asked if I would be interested in joining his microbiology lab. I now run my own independent research project studying bioluminescent bacteria and their naturally occurring mutations steered by Professor Martin. Additionally, I've been given the opportunity to work towards a publication, which is an extremely rare opportunity for an undergraduate student. One of my favorite things in the department is our Slater Museum, which houses the second largest collection of vertebrates in the state and is home to our awesome science mascot, Lungy the lungfish. The breadth of labs here is really unique for a school our size. There's the mass spectrometer, an observatory, the greenhouse, and more. Additionally, students have a ton of opportunity to work hands-on at the Slater Museum or as docents. I never imagined the number of opportunities I would have here for growth as a scientist. And through my research, I've discovered a passion for all things microbiology and plan to pursue a PhD in the field. That's all from me. Back to you, Alex.
Lauren, that was so cool. Your research is literally glowing. I can't wait to see your name in print when you're published. And before you graduate, incredible. Congrats on all that you've accomplished. Thanks again for that, Lauren. Okay, everyone, let's meet Dr. Nick Conto Georgopoulos, or as most students call him, Conto. He's had the best job ever, spending years guiding students' exploration and contributions around the globe. Conto is going to highlight a unique program called PAC-RIM and many other international opportunities that probably explain why Puget Sound is a top producer of Peace Corps volunteers. Conto, all you.
Thanks, Alex. One of the most transformational things I did as a student was study abroad. Experiencing a different culture gave me a totally different perspective and opened up all kinds of possibilities. Here at Puget Sound, we offer more than 100 programs in 44 countries, and we work with every one of our students to make sure we find the perfect choice for them. For nearly 50 years, Puget Sound has offered its one-of-a-kind Pacific Rim Study Abroad program, or PAC-RIM as we like to call it around here. PAC-RIM is an immersive and high-impact study abroad program led by faculty to multiple destinations in Asia. PAC-RIM students form a learning community and prepare as a group before heading off to Asia for several months of innovative coursework and experiential learning. The PAC-RIM experience is unlike any other. Our students have hiked the Himalayas, navigated the streets of Delhi and Mumbai, cooked Thai food with their homestay families, and explored the architecture of Beijing. Experiences like this connect the classroom to the world beyond and make PAC-RIM an unforgettable part of the Puget Sound experience. PAC-RIM is just one of many faculty-led study abroad programs that bring students overseas after taking an on-campus course. Indonesia, Greece, Ghana, Argentina, these are just some of the places our students have visited with their professors. And to take it one step further, we offer a Peace Corps prep program that primes students both for Peace Corps service, but also international development work. Puget Sound is the place for experiential learning. You can be sure that there's an opportunity waiting for you here at Puget Sound. Well, that's it for me. What's next, Alex?
Professor Conto, thank you. I'm so jealous of these extraordinary experiences your students have and grateful for the impact so many of them are making. Take care. Now, taking center stage, we have Sophie Paul. This is a campus of creators and makers. The arts abound at Puget Sound. And Sophie is a senior majoring in cello performance and is excited to pull back the curtain on what it's like being a student at a conservatory caliber school of music. Sophie, you are on.
Thanks, Alex. Hi there, everyone. I'm coming from the University of Puget Sound's Schneebeck Concert Hall, one of our incredible performing arts spaces here on campus. When I was looking at colleges, I knew that I wanted to be involved in music, but I wasn't sure to what extent. Music is one of my favorite things, but I didn't want it to be the only thing I could do in college. Puget Sound offers a robust music program without sacrificing a strong liberal arts education. This has opened up many opportunities for me as a musician and student. One thing that I appreciate most is that you don't have to be a music major or minor to fully participate or access scholarships, so talented students from all areas of study come together in ensembles and classes. Through the School of Music, I've had the opportunity to build a vibrant musical life on campus that is also deeply connected to my social relationships. This includes playing in symphony orchestra, chamber ensembles, singing in the Adelphian concert choir, and working as a peer advisor for many of our first-year music students. The Arts at Puget Sound also offers rich and diverse visual and theater arts programs which are similarly open to all regardless of major. We have nearly a dozen beautiful creative spaces and studios across campus, including a student-run art gallery, creating an environment for students to try lots of things, exploring many areas of interest. The School of Music has transformed me as a musician and student and has opened many exciting pathways after graduation. I've had so many incredible opportunities here and I can't wait to see what the future holds. That's all from me for now. Back to you, Alex.
Sophie, that was amazing. Your passion is palpable and you make it look effortless. Thank you for sharing your incredible experiences with us. We can't wait to see one of your upcoming performances. Okay, so let's head off campus and join up along the Sound with Miguel. He's gonna show us how Tacoma is the full trifecta with city, sea, and snow-capped mountains. I can't believe you get to go to college here, Miguel. Now, please take it away.
Howdy. When I was looking at schools to transfer to, I wanted a place that had options. What I found was a home here at the University of Puget Sound and in Tacoma. One of my favorite things to do is to walk along Ruston Way and take in the beautiful mountain views and ocean breeze just a few minutes from campus. We are in the heart of beautiful Tacoma, the city of destiny. Tacoma is a very vibrant city that has everything I could ever want. Restaurants on 6th Avenue, shopping on Proctor, art, museums, and music downtown. I'm a music major, so trust me when I say the Tacoma Dome is the venue for concerts. And, of course, coffee is the vibe here. I'm a dark roast, cream and sugar guy myself, and there are at least a dozen independent cafes and roasteries within walking distance of campus. Most of the time, I am on campus, and everybody talks about how gorgeous it is, and that is totally fair. It has been ranked one of the top 20 most beautiful campuses in the country. But we're not just a pretty face. The sense of community here is amazing. And being a part of this unique city provides opportunities for internships and experiential learning that you can't find in most places. The University of Puget Sound is perfectly located. If I want even more options, I head up to Pike's Place Market in Seattle. And when I get into the thick of the semester and need a break, I either head down to the ocean or over to the mountains. Oh, I think my ride is here. Back to you, Alex.
Miguel, that was amazing, and so is that view. Tacoma is so dynamic. I love it. You really get the best of everything, and it's awesome you're taking full advantage of it all. Now, I don't think I need any more coffee, but if I do, I'm gonna check out that spot. Thanks again, Miguel. Now, we're gonna hear from Elena Becker, who is exactly what the university hopes its students become, a successful and engaged alum. Elena wholeheartedly believes once a logger, always a logger, and she's gonna tell us why. Elena?
Thanks, Alex, and hi, everyone. I'm a proud recent alum of Puget Sound, where I graduated with a bachelor's in sociology and anthropology and minors in French and global development studies. I loved my time here at Puget Sound. I studied abroad twice in Malaysian Borneo and Madagascar, played varsity lacrosse all 4 years, led orientation groups, and presented my own independent research at national and international conferences. When I think back on my college experience, what really stands out is that Puget Sound gave me the space to figure out who I am and what I care about. It gave me community and mentors and confidence to try some things and fail, and try more things and succeed, and ultimately to affirm myself as a leader, a scholar, and a person. That approach pays off after graduation. Puget Sound has more than 40,000 alums worldwide, which is great for networking in the Pacific Northwest and well beyond. Our graduates work at interesting and successful places like Nike, Boeing, the CDC, Netflix, NPR, Apple, and thousands more. For many of us, me included, grad school is a part of that journey. And Puget Sound has a more than 80% admit rate to medical school, 90% to law school, and is in the top 10% of universities nationwide whose graduates go on to earn PhDs. Now I'm a master's student, studying public administration at the University of Washington, and I'm so grateful for my undergraduate experience. Because of my time at Puget Sound, I know I'm better positioned to be successful in this new chapter. I love this community, and I really can't wait for you to learn more about it. So Alex, take it away.
Elena, I can tell how much you love your alma mater. Puget Sound has an impressive roster of graduates who are doctors and ambassadors, tech entrepreneurs, and CEOs, and I'm excited to hear where you find your place. Best of luck on your new adventure. Okay, everyone, I told you the University of Puget Sound was a special place, and hopefully it's clear why and how it changes lives. I want to thank all the exceptional students, faculty, and alumni for generously giving their time to share the heart of Puget Sound and what makes it tick. What a unique university set in a truly unmatched location. So that's it from me. Now it's up to you all to go learn more about the University of Puget Sound for yourself, and hopefully we'll see you on campus real soon. Cheers, everybody.